Hi, this is Mark Pizzacalla, and welcome to 3 Minutes with Mark. And what I want to talk about today is land tax. And you might say, what's so exciting about that? Well, there's been a lot of media, a lot of commentary around land tax as it impacts investors around the country. And interestingly, there was an article which indicated that the Queensland's landlord lobby believes that its members are forced to pay huge and unfair taxes, and particularly land tax. And the reason for that is because as land values rise, then as a consequence of that, you start to hit the tax-free thresholds. And so you start to pay land tax, which you didn't previously need to pay. Now, landlords don't have to pay land tax if the value of their land is less than $600,000 as defined in Queensland. So this is a Queensland land tax threshold that we're talking about. And that threshold's been the same since 2008. And so, according to Queensland Treasury, less than 30% of all rental properties are subject to land tax. So it's interesting, that they believe that their threshold should be increased relative to, I guess, other states. But if you look at what's happening in other states, and if you look at this graph that I'm about to put up, you'll see that the land tax thresholds, tax-free thresholds per state, you'll see that New South Wales has got the best deal at just over $1 million, land tax-free. But if you look at Queensland, it's at $600,000. But look at Victoria, $50,000. I mean, if you can find me a property that's worth less than $50,000 in Victoria, so I don't need to pay land tax, let me know, and maybe we can buy that together. But the other thing too is, what does this all mean? Well, from a Victorian perspective, it certainly means that property investors, anecdotally at least, may potentially be investing in other states. The ABS statistics released just last week indicate that just 30.6% of all housing loans were taken out by investors. That compares to New South Wales at 40%, Queensland at 38%. So there's a 10% difference there between Victoria and the other two states. What does it mean? Well, it actually means potentially, and experts say this, that it could cause rents to rise as less investors are getting into property, fewer properties become available, and first home buyers, well, not everyone's got access to the bank of mum and dad. So there is a changing landscape happening in the property market across Australia. It'll be interesting to see where we end up, but certainly anecdotally, people I know that have been in property for over 30 years are telling me that they're getting out. But look, I guess as we approach 30 June and as you're examining your tax affairs, have a look at what impact is the land tax having on your returns and whatever investments you think you need to be in. Hopefully that's been of use. Speak soon.